Hello again, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Cyber Klee. I'm a cybersecurity professional, and I'm here to share my passion for all things cybersecurity with the world. In this episode, we'll be utilizing a vulnerability scanner to scan an endpoint device for possible exploits to be used by a malicious attacker. So let's begin first with what is a vulnerability scanner. So, a vulnerability scanner is basically software that's got a catalog of known vulnerabilities to different devices. And what it does is it takes that catalog and it compares it to whatever's on your device and on your network. And if it finds a common known vulnerability that's been exploited in the past, it'll let you know that your device or your system is vulnerable to that same attack. So when you're doing scans for vulnerabilities, there are two types of scans that you can do. You can do an uncredentialed scan, which is kind of like on the surface. It just basically like takes a look at your system from the outside and just like views things like ports and stuff like that and goes, "Hey, well, I guess the system is okay. It looks good from here." And then you have the credentialed scan, which actually takes your username and password, now goes into your system, goes deeper into your system, starts looking at everything and can give you a more detailed view of like what your vulnerabilities could be or what your vulnerabilities are on that system. So whenever you have a chance to do one of the two, I always suggest that people go with a credentialed scan because credentialed scans will always generate a more detailed version of how vulnerable your system or your network may be. The vulnerability scanner we'll be using is an open source one. We'll be using openVAS or Greenbone, depending on how you want to read that. It seems to be both. We'll be doing a credentialed scan of a system, and then we'll be reviewing those results to see what vulnerabilities exist on that system. So let's get started.
Okay, so let's get started. So as you can see, we are logged into our Azure account. We'll be utilizing Microsoft Azure to create virtual machines in all this process. So if you don't have an Azure account, you could always create one. They're free. And even if you have exhausted the free trial, they aren't that expensive either. So if you wanted to follow along and try to learn from this video, you can do so. If you have to pay for the resources out of pocket, it can't be more than $10, honestly. So let's, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive on into this. So we're going to start off by creating a virtual machine that's going to run our openVAS. So in order to do that, we're going to need to go to the marketplace and just do a quick search for openVAS. There it is, openVAS. And you're looking for this one right here, the openVAS secured and supported by hosted with two S's. Go ahead and click on that. Um, because we're just doing this for the purposes of just running openVAS by itself, we just need the lower end specs for this machine. So we're going to go with the dev test, and yeah, the D series default should be fine. And got to put that down. And we're going to go ahead and create our VM. All right, so we're going to start by the resource group. We're going to call this resource group. What are we going to call this? Let's go ahead and call this Cyber Clee. Will be the resource group. Wait, nope, that didn't do it. So there we go. This virtual machine will be our openVAS. Yeah, there we go. And real quick, I just want to actually open up my notepad because I will be taking some like detailed notes about usernames and passwords and stuff like that. I don't want to mix them up or confuse them, so we'll keep that open and handy for when we have to actually create the usernames and passwords. What we're doing here is we're creating an openVAS system. Yes. Standard size. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so username and password. So for our username, let's go with mm, I don't know, maybe CyberGlee. Okay, our password will be let's go CyberGlee test 123 exclamation point. Okay, we'll do that again. CyberGlee test 123 exclamation point. I'm just going to bring up my notepad real quick and make some notes here. So the VM for openVAS name, that's going to be CyberClee. Username will be CyberClee. And password is CyberClee test 123 exclamation point. I know this is a cybersecurity video. You normally wouldn't want to put your passwords on the screen, but this doesn't really matter because as soon as this video is done, I'm going to be taking down all this stuff anyway. So, and my password is definitely not CyberClee. Wow, that would be terrible if it was. Okay, so we're going to go to review, and hopefully this validates. And it did, but I did forget to do something real quick under, I think it's monitoring. Yeah, we want to disable that, disable the boot diagnostic. It'll save us on time and stuff. So I'm gonna head and review and create again. Hopefully that still goes, and we're good to go. All right, and now we will create our openVAS virtual machine as a part of our network. This is going to take a minute. So while that does that, actually, no, I'm going to go ahead and pause right here. And when it comes back online, we will create the virtual machine. Okay, as you can see here, now we have our openVAS being deployed on a virtual machine. So what we need now is, go back to home, we need to create a system for the openVAS machine to scan. So we're going to go to virtual machines, hit create. We're going to create a new machine. We're going to add it to the resource group CyberClee. And we'll call this the vulnerable CyberClee. Right. Okay, good. We want this to be a Windows 10 machine. And so for the processing power, you don't want to go too high end or too low end. If you go too low end, this process is going to take way too long. So I did something right here in the middle. You kind of want to match this, or even if you can afford it, you can go a little faster. But I think even running this at this speed, at this cost, and everything like that, it might be like $10. Nothing crazy. But don't waste the time trying to save money, and then this whole experiment is going to cost you more time to process all this. So just bear that in mind. All right, so for our username for our machine, we're going to keep this simple, and we're going to use the same username, which is CyberClee. All right, and the password, which was, yep, CyberClee test 123 exclamation. Okay, ports are fine. And we can actually just go ahead and jump to the end here. Wait, I actually want to double check networking. All right, that's cool. And go ahead and review create. Hopefully that validates. And we will create this one. Okay, so now while that is trying to be deployed, let us go back to home, and we're going to check out our openVAS machine, because now we're going to log into the openVAS machine. So I'm using a Windows system, so we got to use the what's it called, the Windows PowerShell, in order to log in to our virtual machine. We're going to start by copying the IP, which is right here, public IP. We're going to go ahead and copy that, and we're going to log in using SSH. So SSH. What was the username again? Username was CyberClee. CyberClee at, and then and then the IP address. Yes. And the password, we don't want to mess this up, so I'm just going to copy and paste it. And of course, I messed it up. All right, let's try it one more time. It's going to be. Oh, I know what I did. There we go. Okay, we're in. It was a capital C down here. It's actually a lowercase c in the actual password. So okay, we'll save that for now. Okay, let's check on our virtual machine real quick. See if that's deployed. Vulnerable CLI. And it's up and running. That's good. Let's go back to our Windows PowerShell. This process is going to take anywhere from like 15 to 20 minutes just to get the openVAS up and running. So at this point, this would be a great time to take a break, stretch your legs, and I'm going to pause the video here. And when we come back, we will log into openVAS and we will set up our scans. So be right back. Okay, and we're back, and it seems that our openVAS has successfully been installed inside of our virtual machine. So now we're going to use this link right here to access the website. So for that, we just hit Control click. Okay, and I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here, but the username for this is going to be admin, and here's the password right here. So we're going to just copy this password real quick to our notepad, be a little easier to manage. This is the openVAS / Greenbone. We'll say the user is admin and the password is all that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and try and sign in now. Admin and password. Okay, we're in. So now we have our openVAS vulnerability scanner. We're going to have to connect it to our virtual machine, which is running Windows 10. So to do that, we're going to start by going to Assets and Hosts, and we're going to create a new host. The IP address. Okay, so when you're getting the IP address of this, we're going to go back to home. We're going to check out the IP address of the virtual machine vulnerable CLI, vulnerable cyber CLI. You don't want to use the public IP because, that's generic information. We want the private IP right here. We want this one down here. This will give it more of a direct network connection instead of having to go through the internet, not as secure. And this is going to be called Cyber CLI. Yep, VM. Absolutely. And we'll save that. And now we have the host created right here. Now, the next step, we're going to create a target for our host. And our target's going to be Cyber Please VM, right? We'll do that again. Target as the target. And oh, I missed a step here. Actually, we're going to have to backtrack a little bit. Before we do that, we need to add our credentials in so we can do a credentialed scan. Okay, so we backtrack a little bit. We have to do the credentials first. So we're going to add the credentials first. So this is going to be Cyber CLI creds. And remember what the username was for our machine? I sure as heck don't. So the username for our virtual machine was CyberCLI. So we're going to copy that so there's no mistakes. There's no space there. Okay. And the password. CyberClee test 123. Just copy and paste it. There we go. We'll call these the creds, and we're gonna go ahead and save that. No, stop trying to take my information down. Okay, so we'll go back to hosts, and we're gonna go ahead and create a target again, and this is going to be CyberClee's VMs, right? Um, we're going to use the creds to get into it. Okay, gonna save that. So now we have our target set up, and now it is time for the tasks. So now we're going to set up a task. We're actually going to set up the scan for that target. So we go to scan tasks. We're going to go over here to create new task. Create new task. This will be the scan of CyberClee. Okay. The scan targets, we're going to use the CyberClee VM. That's what we're trying to scan here. And we should be good. Uh-oh. So something went wrong here. I'm going to time to troubleshoot. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to try and troubleshoot the situation, and we'll be right back. Okay, after I did some tinkering around, and I think I have figured out what the issue is. There was an issue with the IP address. Now that I've addressed that, we should be good to go to create a new task. All right, so we're going to do the CyberClee scan. Cyber scan, which is the task we're doing. Right, and hit it. Okay, good. All right, so we are all set up to do our credentialed scan. I'm going to start the scan now, and it's definitely going to take a while because it's got to go through everything. And I will pause the video once again. Once the scan is complete, we'll go over the results. So starting scan now, you can see it's been requested. Maybe I'll let it go until the status bar starts. Uh, no, I'm just gonna cut it here. Oh wait, no, okay. Well, it says queued. All right, well I'm gonna cut it here, and then there's the status bar. I'm gonna cut it here, and come back once we've completed our scan, and then we'll review the results. Okay, and we are back, and the scan has been completed. It definitely completed a little faster than I anticipated it, but it shows that there are actually no vulnerabilities on our system. A surprise to be sure. Um, I did this before shooting this video, of course, and the older systems that I was doing it on actually showed like some older vulnerabilities. But I guess since this is a more updated Windows 10, they've already plugged all those vulnerabilities, and now there's actually nothing to display. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this video up here. That is how you actually do a credentialed vulnerability scan using the Greenbone or openVAS. I want to thank you for watching this video, and if you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos coming from CyberClee. Take care.